presents Ginger's second annual spooky special commemorative online album release show, City Slicker Edition. We're going to take this time to just check on everyone to see what is going on. I'm going to look at the chat a little bit. David, how are the people feeling out there?
People are feeling good.
David says the people are feeling good. As you can tell, we have some of our friends helping us out this time. We've got some Facebook Marketplace, analog video gear type of things going on. And yeah, thank you so much for hanging out. We're going to play a couple songs for you guys. Yeah, I'm going to drink some water. Hold on, let me get my things. How you doing? All right, I'm good. Let's see, I know there's a bit of a delay. How's the mix sound? It looks a little hot in the meters. So doing a genuine, while we take a sip of water, tell me how the mix sounds. Hopefully, at least it's not distorted. How's your guys' mix? Anything?
I sound great.
Yeah, banana.
Oh, David sounds great. Our recipe sign has fell over with the recipes. David, what's the consensus about the mix?
2 thumbs up.
All right, cool. We'll try to do 3 thumbs up next time. Let's see. Matt, I want to go to Paris for this next one. Thanks, guys. This is a good time to introduce tonight's video crew. Let's see, Michael, you wanna get a shot at David? David, you're on camera. There's David.
Yeah!
He's video directing tonight. He's helped me on all the videos. He's been the assistant director. He helps me run the show. He calms me down when I'm stressed and I can't find locations. He's just blasted through Starbucks. And then, wait, Michael, give me the camera. give me the camera. You know him as the janitor. There's Michael, everyone. He's running handheld today. He's been in I think half the music videos just dispersed throughout. So I know some of you know him as the security guard from City Slicker, but he is the janitor from Before and Karaoke and Le Chateau.
Damn, Michael, put him in the middle. Put Michael on top.
No, it's anyway, let's see. Let's look at the chat if I can zoom in here.
Oh.
I got it. Hi, Michael. Love you, David. A lot of love for Michael and David. Security guard. He loves the headphones. That's great.
Well, those are yours.
It's going so fast. I can't read it. Anyway, thank you so much for hanging out this Halloween. We've got some more. Oh my God, there's 1,000 people here. Oh. I think last year we had like half that amount, if like at the peak. So.
And it was the same reaction.
It was the same reaction. I don't. That's crazy. Thank you guys for hanging out. We're gonna play some songs. I know the reverb's kind of annoying, but and then we have some special announcements, and we're gonna do a Q&A merch table thing after the set. So, but we've got more songs, and so hang out and yeah. I'm taking another sip of water, but if you want to queue up, oh, you're already queued up. The Minion, everyone is all good.
I honestly don't know the set list.
Oh, it's
Give me a
hint. It's his debut. It's Michael's debut. There you go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay.
I know a thing or two about that.
I know a thing or two about that. All right, let it go. Thank you. I just see David through the window just going like, yeah! And I keep thinking you're waving to me like, something's wrong! He's just so excited. Maybe for this next one we'll do a David cam or something. Like Michael, you filmed. No, don't.
Yeah.
The whole set.
Market reduction in video switch quality.
I actually was thinking about with the two security cameras, like putting one on you, just on you, just the whole time.
Wait.
Just
Show us what. Show the people we've been seeing. Yeah, it's a lot of that.
Just the whole. David's so jazzed to be.
This is great.
All right, we're gonna go on to something that Michael's also in. I'm speaking in cryptic terms because Dylan doesn't have a set list. We're gonna do one where Michael is involved, but I think it's the only one he's not the janitor. And what? Oh, you're like, oh, I know it.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
We need to come up with like a game.
A game
board.
A game. We spin. Oh, the what is it called? Heads up.
Heads up.
You're in Chimichurri.
Heads up, heads up.
Heads
yeah.
up. Heads up. It's Jupon. All right.
Just making sure.
Go for it. Let's see, I'll look at the chat while they're fixing the camera.
How's it look?
Go a little bit. Point. Yeah, there you go.
There?
Yeah, that's good.
Wow. Whenever I go back to the chat, it's like paused, and then I click on it, and then it's just too many.
How many people are watching that?
Let's check.
Wow.
Wow. Whoa. What? 1,300 people. That's crazy. Wow. Well, thank you guys for hanging out on this Halloween, wherever you may be. We've got a few more for you guys. I'll take a. What's up?
People are asking what you're talking
Oh, I'm Ray from Evangelion. We just played the Evangelion theme. There you go. Actually, David, you read my mind. I was just going to introduce everyone's costumes. So thanks for ruining the moment.
People were asking.
Matt is he's a coal miner. and then Dylan is Princess Diana. Like out and about.
Just went for a run.
Just went for a run. A little sweaty. Cool. Let's see. I did some questions off Instagram, so we'll do that during the Q&A, but also we'll take some comments or questions there. Don't write them yet, because I can't scroll that far back, but when we go take a quick 5-minute break to transition over, then you guys can write your questions, and then we'll hang out for a little bit. We also have some announcements during the Q&A, so make sure you tune in for that. This next one is sponsored by our favorite radio station. We could probably talk more about it in the Q&A, but for that video, we were all there filming that thing in some abandoned warehouse until 5 in the morning.
So, a little later.
A little. By the time we got home, it was 7 in the morning. Yeah. Anyway, we've got 3 more for you guys. I'm gonna set this guy up, make sure everything's all good. Let's see how we.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh, Groot's logo fell off. Now it's just oot. All right, let's see.
Check. 1, 2, hey.
All right. Let's do the one that's YouTube approved.
That one moved? Oh no, Dylan.
Oh, that one? I got it. 1 second. You don't have to cut away. 1 second. You guys want to give me some jams?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can do a little. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Dead air.
Okay. Ready?
No, I'm not ready. Let's see.
Dylan, a little bit of the other thing?
If you want to. We're gonna do a thing because we just got back from doing a short run, and there's a part where I like talk about merch and they like play like light jazz. But I thought it'd be really funny if they like conspire like 5 different types of like really widely different genres of music, like backing music. to do while I was like talking, and one of them was like death metal or something, which was what you just heard. So that's the new single coming out, Ginger Death Metal. Okay, let's do the next song. How you doing, David? All right. Hey, 1, 2, check 3, 4. We're gonna take it back a little bit. Oh, I start on the song. All right. You can start on keys. I think keys would be good. Yeah.
Just direct.
Just tell me.
That's what I said.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. I got my.
Hold on. Okay.
Okay, all right. Yeah, right here. Just right now. Okay. All right. Ready? Here we go. Before our last song, next is our last song. I want to just thank David for running a 90s analog switcher board with 3 inputs, found on Facebook Marketplace. There it is. You want to show the gear? I don't know if you, oh yeah, come over there.
Please step to my office.
So he's got the switcher. It's got some built-in wipes and some effects. Do like show him like the time effect, like the crazy time one.
I haven't even done that one.
You haven't even done that one.
No, it's been all
Yeah, look at that.
It's like Call of Duty.
Revive me.
Do that one for the next song, this last song. All right. So yeah, this one has some audience participation. On your keyboard during the chorus, I want you to type the letter I or have the I emoji ready to go, whatever you want to do. There's a part in the chorus where I scream the word I, and I need you guys to scream the word I back. We'll practice in the 15-second delay that is high-speed Fios internet, even though it's still not the best to do real-time audience participation unless we're all in like a Zoom call. Anyway, there goes a 1, 2, 3, 4. That's so weird. David, can you make me feel better and do the I thing? Can you scream I? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go again? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. You can probably hear him. All right. I'm going to get my thing ready. After we do this song, if you guys want to type your questions out, and we'll hang out for a little bit. And also we have some special announcements, like I said. And it'll be all good. I'm just checking this stream to see. It's just stuck on Matt. Okay, we're updated. We're all good. Okay. All right. Let's see. you so much, guys, for hanging out. We're going to take just a quick, like, 5-10 minute break while we get the merch table set up in the hangout area and everything. David, if you can cue everyone, we'll see you in a bit. Write your questions. Oh, it's the live room. All right, there we are.
Hey.
All right, let's just check, make sure that we're all streaming. Good. I'm gonna send it to the thing. All righty. Can you hear us, everyone? I'm gonna turn this up. Turn that guy up. Hey, check 1, 2. Can you hear us?
Can't get it open.
I know you can probably only hear crackling of Welch's Fruit Snacks right now.
You want to hand me the laptop so I can look at the laptop?
Yeah.
I can see questions.
We're open.
Right?
Yeah. I have some questions on my phone too, so pull those up, get those ready.
Yeah, I can only hear rappers.
Let's see. Sounds good. Loud and clear. Some people say they could hear ASMR. Probably.
Welcome to Ginger Spooky ASMR.
Absolutely cannot hear you. All right. Well, let's see. Hold on.
I think they're lying.
Check. That's as loud as. Oh, I'm an idiot. I can turn it up here. All right. That's going to be the levels. Anyway, welcome to the second annual Ginger Root Spooky Special Spectacular online commemorative release show, City Slicker edition. We'll be taking some questions and just kind of hanging out with you guys. We did this last year during like the middle of bad time.
It was like our one
it was our
special
one
moment
show.
that whole year.
That's true. I remember we rehearsed for like 2 months just to play that one show.
And then we started a Western band that night. We were
That
like,
night,
what are we
I
gonna
think
do
that
now?
night
Yeah.
just on
So
based
we
on
spiraled.
Euphoria,
You tell that story.
we had ideas of starting a Western themed band, and we were gonna
like cowboy music.
like
Yeah,
cowboy
like-
music, and we had a whole concept for an album that was like different songs that kind of had different Western attributes, and we wrote one song, and it's on Cameron's voice memos, and then we forgot about it.
Oh yeah, I
And
have
then
that
a
song.
month later, I remembered. Oh man, we did that, and
It
all
didn't
of us
go well.
blocked it out of our memory.
Yeah, we're not cut out for it.
What was the song about?
It was just like maybe.
Maybe
was
you
like-
should fly find
I can't find it. I just like if I find it, I'll
I don't know.
Like, it was
We'll
like
do-
a Seahawk.
We'll do a separate live stream just to show that,
Yeah.
like for 2 minutes, and then kind of like do the whole production and like multicam my phone.
Oh,
And,
there it is.
anyway, so let's see. I got a couple. We're gonna start off with how did the three of us meet?
Oh man, back in
Back in 82.
Back in '82.
That's
Back
we all had jobs at Spaghetti Factory. And,
No, back in high school. What year? 20.
Well, I graduated in
Thir-
2014.
So
So
2013?
Yes,
2013.
2013.
Yeah, I
in
was
high
like a
school.
junior or senior, and we had a music program. For those who didn't know, that was basically like School of Rock. It also had a TV production program, which is like how I met David and Michael actually too. So this is like a big weird high school reunion in a way.
Teacher.
But
David
yeah,
was
David,
my
David was our
David
teacher.
was my teacher for a little.
David was
while.
my teacher for 1 year.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like the college assistant. He just graduated high school, and they brought him back to like assist with the class. And then like I was a freshman during that time, and then we just got along. And then when I was like a junior, I started talking to you because you were also in media.
Yeah, I had a question for you about like editing. In like Final Cut Pro.
Final Cut Pro X or
I was
something.
like, how do you turn on the magnetic timeline?
You know, it's weird. I vividly remember.
Yeah.
You like came up and you're like, I have a question. I was like,
Yeah.
okay. And I was like probably like
your hair
editing-
is like way taller,
yeah, your hair's way taller.
a lot more round.
But yeah, and then I knew of Dylan. Like I didn't really hang out with Dylan in high school, but we were in the same program.
I was his understudy for a
Oh
bass,
yeah! Oh
for
my god!
a show. So we had the same bass parts, and I would
And you
like
crushed
like
it. Like
he
you were
would-
way better than I was, because he played like nothing but metal at that time.
Yeah, like he had his bass, which was it was like the jazz bass, right? And then like everyone just used that bass.
Yeah, but then
then
you're,
I
like-
brought my like 6-string Ibanez bass, and I was the only one who requested to play my own bass.
Yeah, and he shredded. I think the song was like Superstition and Sir Duke by Stevie
It was,
Wonder.
Oh, no.
And
was that or like Backstabbers?
It was Backstabbers by OJ.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did a cover show of like soul songs, and he was my understudy because he was like 2 years younger than me. He was like a sophomore when I was a senior or something like that. And like, yeah, he just like ripped, like just like shredded over me, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna go away now. I'm gonna go back to Videoland. But he had a band that we were trying to play like a show together with, like when me and Matt's old band. This is like a bunch of history stuff basically. But me
I have
and
the posters.
This is more than how we met.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is
yeah,
like-
this is just like the history of.
the ginger root lore.
Well, this also goes into like a lot of people are like, how did you guys start playing music and playing separately and then together too? But
Yeah.
well, we all met in high school basically. Matt and I had a band, and then we also played like wedding bands and like live show, like cover gigs from time to time. And then I started writing music under Ginger Root. I just wrote like songs by myself, and then people were like, "Are you gonna play this live?" And I was like, yeah, "I guess." Every time Dylan goes for a fruit snack, you'll all hear it. But yeah, I guess we can go into like how did you guys start playing music?
Okay, I think I do that before I answer
No,
anything.
it's because the fruit snack was you.
Yeah. I'm like, wow. I'm not even listening to you. I guess I started playing drums like in fourth grade. Okay, no, it goes back to second grade, like music class. I asked the teacher if I could play drums, and she said no. I couldn't do it because I wasn't good enough or something like that.
Like before you even started?
That was like in private school. Yeah, before I started.
Oh, you're not
Which
good
doesn't really
enough.
make sense. So, in fourth grade, maybe out of spite, but also it's because I always wanted to. I started taking drum lessons from my friend's uncle, Keith. And he kind of took me under his wing for a little bit, and I learned, and then middle school band happened, and I just keep playing, and then high school I met you guys, and yeah,
And you
that was
kept
basically
playing.
it.
Yeah.
And then I started trying to play cello, and I
Yeah.
still take lessons to
Yeah.
this day.
And you're pretty good at it.
Well, thank you.
You're getting better.
Thank you.
He's actually playing cello on Mahjong Room. Like the
Oh, yeah,
cello
yeah,
suite,
yeah.
that's actually him playing. So there you go.
Yeah.
There's proof that he can play.
I started playing piano when I was a little kid. My parents put me in piano lessons, and I did that up until like I was maybe 13, and I was like, man, piano's so dumb. and then because I wanted to play guitar, and that was because my cousin had Guitar Hero 3, and I thought it was the coolest thing in the world. And then I started playing guitar, and I gave up piano, and it turns out that every band actually needs a bass player, not a guitar player. So almost every band I've ever played in all throughout high school needed a bass player. So I just played bass, and that's how much.
That's how much music.
That's how much music.
That is how much music.
But now, you know, I picked piano back up. So thanks, Mom. Thanks, Dad.
There you go.
Thanks, Grandma.
Thanks, Grandma.
I got a guitar for Christmas when I was 10, not because I asked for it, because my parents were like, you gotta stop playing Super Mario like Saga. And I was like, okay. So I took it and it had like a DVD, and I learned how to play like the blues and a G chord. And then I finished the DVD because that was all that was on
Fly
it.
me to the moon.
Oh, we should have. Someone said we should have covered Fly Me to the Moon. That would have been really funny. Anyway, I took lessons, and then after that, got into the high school program, and then, yeah, that's how I started
Yep.
playing music. Well, actually, same thing in the program. I was a guitar player, and they were like, "Yeah, we got too many guitar players. If you could like start playing bass, that'd be great." So I switched to bass for a long time, and then when I started doing Ginger Root stuff, I switched to keyboards, and yeah. Moving on, that was like a really long answer for the first question.
Let's get deep.
You want to get deep this time?
Let's get really personal.
Okay. What's the hardest song when we play live?
Well, I don't know if it's necessarily in this set. What was the hard?
No.
I feel like, or in this set maybe, or I think the hardest song that we've ever tried to do was "Why Try."
Yeah. I think Why Try was hard because it had so many things that we couldn't play, like sounds and like generated through synths and stuff that like it was hard to also do on the pad because Matt was like playing, like he was using like all his limbs and he like, you know, and just I don't know. I think that was pretty hard to get tight. We only played that for the live show, the live stream last year, and then we never played it ever again.
I think for this, maybe Juban.
Yeah,
Juban was a
took
little
the
weird.
most work.
Yeah.
I think the parts were there, but it just didn't sound tight for a while.
It took a long time for us to like lock in.
Yeah.
Like we were all playing the parts, but I don't think we were listening.
It took a
to
couple
each other.
weeks for it to be like,
Yeah.
and then it took us also touring to feel like it feels good.
Yeah, that too.
Versus Fly 2, we learned a day ago.
Yeah, we learned Fly 2 yesterday. We never played that song before. That and the Evangelion theme we learned yesterday too. Yeah. I think for me, like Loretta's really hard because vocally it's really difficult and
it's pretty athletic.
It is really athletic. When we first started doing it, I was like
sweating.
I was sweating.
We're athletes.
It's our most athletic song.
It's true. We get our steps in. But yeah, that was probably
your
the hardest
Apple
one
Watch
for me.
is like your heart rate's too high.
It's like, sir, are you okay?
Ambulance contact.
The ambulance just shows up in front of the venue. It's like, we got a call. Let's see. Peter asks, what's the tallest tree you can climb?
Mount Everest.
That's a big tree.
Yeah.
Okay. The story behind Toaster Music, that's a quick one. I had like a 4-hour gap in between classes when I was in college, and I didn't want to go back home because I was a commuter student. And so I brought just instruments in my car and just didn't go... didn't go to... sometimes I would just not go to class. I would just stay in like the parking lot and like make these covers, and it was like something to do, and it was a good like creative outlet because film school at that time was like really not great. So it was a good time like for 4 hours just to like kind of do music and kind of do like use it as an escape and stuff. And then when the pandemic happened, like right when we got back from, we had a tour in March that literally got canceled, like South by got canceled and everything. I came back and I did like 5 or 6 more songs in that fashion. And then now that car is no more, unfortunately. 395,000 miles, 3 albums worth in that car. I got into a car accident. My mom was driving it, but she's totally safe, and it protected my mom, which is the most important thing. So that's the history of Toaster Music.
And then
How'd you get the car?
But then you got the new whip.
Yeah, now I drive in the Juban District video. That Toyota Camry, David helped me go check it out, and that's my daily driver now. It's a lot of fun. You were saying how I got the car?
Yeah, how'd you get the toaster?
So it was my dad's car, and he just paid it off. And he was like, "Oh, okay, like this car, like it'll go to you or whatever." And I was like, "Okay." And he's like, "But you need to give me $50." And I was like, "Oh, why?" And he's like, "Because when you're older and you have kids, you could tell your kids that you paid for your first car, but you don't have to tell them the amount." So I was like, "Well, that's pretty smart." so I gave him $50, and I was like, "All right." He's like, "All right, there's your car. You bought your first car." And I was like, "Thanks, Dad."
Wow.
So yeah, I got that, and then but then that car went away, and then now I drive the Toyota Camry. It was a steal of a price. Yeah, it was really cool. I got a lot of questions about the cat's name that was in the Instagram story. That's Dan's cat. His name is Norman. He's like this small. Very cute. But I think some of the questions that sorry. Oh, sorry. Okay. I will say that. So, my mom made me this costume. She sewed it herself. She makes dance costumes and like tutus on the side because my sister's like doing ballet and jazz. And so her side business is doing like dance costumes and all that type of stuff. So I was like, oh, I want to be. I was like, oh, I was gonna get this costume. She doesn't know what anime is, but I was like, oh, I want to get this costume, but it's not gonna come in time. She was like, oh, what does she wear? I was like, oh, it's just like a school uniform. And she was like, I'll make it tomorrow. So she made this. So thank you, Doris. Thanks, Mom. If you need costumes made, message me and I'll send you to her because she's trying to make that her full-time business. Tutu Lou. I think this is a good time because I'm getting a lot of questions that are the same about just things, and I think the special announcement is going to answer those questions. So I think we're getting intercepted by a broadcast. Let's see if we could go here. Yeah.
Hello, everyone. We interrupt this broadcast for a special news bulletin. This is the Ginger Report. For those who have missed the City Slicker on VHS pre-order, your emails have been heard. Ginger Root Productions have made a second run of VHS tapes for those who still want to bring the aggressive elevator soul experience to their own living room. And instead of taking 6 weeks to ship out, Acrophase Records CEO states that units will now arrive up to 77% faster. We are doing our best to meet the influx of demands for Ginger Root merchandise, but we ain't Amazon. We are just two guys. Damn it, I dropped my phone. Wait, are you still recording? Please don't. Now, based on those statements, I'm not exactly sure when things will actually ship out, but I do know that things will ship out. Next, Gingerbread has been asked to join the indie rock band Hippocampus for their spring tour in March and April. However, being that Matt is still in his final semester of college, smack dab in the middle of that tour, it very well might be the case that I have to clone myself for real. If any physics or biology major wants to help me, my DMs are open. However, if anyone messages me one more time about playing a show in X city, my DMs are closed. Please check the website. Last but certainly not least, the Ginger Report is honored to be the first to relay this information to you. City Slicker is finally coming to vinyl. That's right, folks. Despite the many hurdles, the lovely people at Crates, or Curates, I'm not exactly sure which is the proper pronunciation, synergized with Acrophase to help make City Slicker on wax a possibility. Now, please keep in mind that turnaround time is still impacted due to COVID-19, making units arrive much slower than Amazon, but much faster than Matt graduating college. Vinyl pre-order information, VHS information, as well as tour information can all be found in the description below. Thank you so much for watching this installment of The Ginger Report. We now take you back to your regularly scheduled programming.
Here you go, everyone. Those are the announcements. Heard here first. We're going on tour again, a big boy tour. We got VHSs restocked. There's a few on the Acrophase website, and vinyls come to town. Not super quick, but it'll get here eventually. Thank you for the hundreds of emails to Dan specifically, being like, if you don't press vinyl, I will hurt you. So please, everyone, go and email.
Threatening words.
Threatening words. Actually, really. So, thank you for understanding. It was really difficult to try to find someone who would help us out, but we're all good. So basically, vinyl pre-order is happening now. All the links are in the description. The page is now live. You can order one, and they'll get here. I think within the next 3 months. I'm not sure. But if you have any questions, you can email Curates now instead of poor Dan and George from Acrophase Records. But yeah, City Slicker VHS tapes are back at it, and yeah, those are all. Hopefully, that answers the question on when are you playing X City? When are you gonna do vinyl? When is merch gonna restock? Are you ever coming to LA? We live in LA, so we're already here.
Someone asked, will there be vinyls on the Hippo tour?
Yes, there will be merchandise for sale on the Hippocampus tour. Vinyl, I think we'll have VHS tapes, and then some new shirts and stuff like that. But yeah, who does my hair? Myself. Okay, and
Case closed.
no. This question says why. This question says why are you? Yes. So, has a blooper ever made it into one of the music videos?
All the time.
All the time.
Oh yeah.
I think the
all
whole every
bloopers,
video
yeah.
is just one blooper.
Everyone thinks it's intentional.
Yeah, no, it's just a bunch of mistakes, and I'm like, yeah, that's good. That's it. I just got lucky like the past 12 times.
It's
12
just us
videos.
giggling.
It's this. Like, we just talk and we're like, oh, it'd be funny if you it'd be funny if the guy you punched had gum and he spit out gum but it looks like a tooth. We're like, okay, let's do it. At 4 in the morning.
The video got funnier as we got more delirious.
Yeah. Let's see. This one's in the same vein. What was the most memorable thing we remember from shooting one of the music videos? Do you have any, David?
Memorable?
Yeah, any memorable stuff?
Yeah.
He's coming in for this one. All right.
Come on back.
Come on back.
Going back.
Use your AD voice because you're really far.
Hello. Hey, I'm David. I've known Cameron and these guys for a while. I'm usually behind the camera helping with all of the music videos. Some of my favorite parts of doing the music videos with Cameron is the pre-process. Cameron makes these really crappy. He makes these really like crappy storyboard stick figures. But somehow I completely understand them. Like, they make no sense.
It's like maybe 4 lines.
It's 4 lines.
That's it.
And it's always like Cameron, like this last EP of music videos was probably like one of the most like creative, fulfilling things I've done recently. Yeah, and it was so fun when you called me and you're like, we're doing a music video for every song on the EP, and I was like, oh no. But honestly, my favorite thing is just hanging out with my friends, like Michael, our janitor man, him falling asleep all the time.
Not all the time. Come on.
Us driving around LA, like literally Cameron and I going to Chinatown in the dead of night and still getting stopped. Still being asked for film permits.
That's in the Juban video. We're filming, and like I was mid-take, and this guy was like, y'all got permits? And we're like, nah, we'll get out of here. We know we can't film here. We'll just leave now.
Yeah. But yeah, I would say like it's all the like pre-process and Cameron's like genius ideas of like how to bring it to the screen, and then on the day it's Cameron and I just like looking at each other and like agreeing.
Yeah. It's a lot of like, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Are you ready? Okay.
David, it was good.
Okay, cool. That's what it's like for like 10 hours.
Yeah.
That's it.
But yeah. So anyways, goodbye.
Goodbye. David, everyone.
Yeah.
David. I want to give a shout out to Taylor Nicholson and Taylor Leach. Taylor Leach is the guy who shoots basically all the videos on this run with like all the DV stuff, which goes into a bunch of questions. One is we use a Canon XL1 for this camera that you're seeing here. That's what was shot on all the music video. It has a Black Pro mist filter in front of it to give it kind of a warm look. And then the other thing was, and then Taylor Nicholson did all the set dressing, like all those set pieces for the Loretta video. And so she killed it. So thank you, Taylor and Taylor, for helping out. Round of applause for them. There you go. Let's see. Favorite city that we've toured in?
Like,
just
in the
everywhere?
world?
Just in general, yeah.
New York.
I guess in the U.S.
Really, New York?
In the U.S., New York.
New
Oh,
York
okay.
and San Francisco, probably. Are the two
In the US,
yeah.
What about you?
Always
Cameron?
good crowds.
Maybe throw one outside of the U.S. Just to
Outside?
flex.
Yeah.
Just a flex? I don't want to flex. I'd say New York is always a good time.
Really?
New York?
New York?
Well, I like New York too.
I think everyone likes New York.
I think the craziest one was probably like, to be honest, like Milan, Italy.
No, Istanbul was
Istanbul.
Istanbul was
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
For those of you who didn't know, the Texas trio Krungbin just gave us a random shot of like opening for them in Europe for like a month, and the last 3 shows were in Istanbul. We learned a lot about playing music, a lot about like how to be a band, tour as a band, and I always say this when we bring it up, but like I am eternally thankful for them giving us that experience. I know they're probably not watching this, but I think they're playing.
Thank you, DJ. Thank you,
They're
Laura.
probably
Thank
playing.
you, Mark.
Yeah.
Thank you, Evan.
They're really sweet people. Thank you, Evan. And yeah, touring's pretty crazy just because it's not a normal thing to like drive that far, play a show, and not be in a city for more than like 24 hours, and then do that all the next day, and then like it's really weird, but it's really fun, and I'm glad that we were able to come back and do it this past like week and a half after just being stagnant for like 2 years. It was really cool seeing the growth that Ginger Root has accumulated the past like 2 years. It was really difficult to like be motivated about music because like it was just like staring at a computer screen.
The void.
It was staring at the void. We had a lot of conversations like that about just the void.
What's the
in general.
point?
But yeah, happy to be back. And let's see. What is Matt's signature dish to cook?
Ooh. You should.
I'd say. Do I have a signature?
Well, let me just say it. Let's see.
He eats.
A papaya?
I'm the one who eats.
He eats my food.
You're a pretty good pizza man. Pizza.
You're
Oreo.
right. I guess yeah.
I would say pizza, and then I'm gonna say the pork dish.
Cochinita
Yeah.
pibil. Yeah,
I think
it's a
that's the
Yucatan
one.
dish. That's a good one. That's a good one.
That's
It's like now we're getting into food.
Yeah, just
talk.
go.
It's yeah, a food Q&A now. It's a pork shoulder marinated and roasted in banana leaves, and you cook it for like 5 hours, and you can eat it like as a taco. That or like I kind of picked up pizza. Like I got one of those ovens over quarantine.
You make a pretty good pizza.
and
make a mean pie.
I've been doing some pies. Yeah.
Yeah.
flowing some pies.
Yeah.
There you go.
There we go.
This one's for Dylan. How do you get your mustache so thick that it makes Paul Blart cry?
Wow, I really appreciate that because I think I'm insecure about the thickness of my mustache. So
It's a very common problem.
I don't know. I've had it for pretty much a year now, which is a little weird, but you just let it grow. And that's-
Wow.
That's right here, folks.
I don't do anything.
Just
Right here,
let
right
it
here.
grow.
You don't have to do anything. You
What
just,
kinda-
just don't shave it for like 3 months.
What kind of supplements are you taking?
I take like a probiotic for my colon.
I think that maybe that
Maybe-
has
maybe-
that's
yeah.
maybe that's how
There
it
we
works.
go. Okay, there's your secret.
Um,
Probiotics.
yeah, and then this question's I think only for us two. What's your favorite anime?
I mean, I'm not that well versed in anime, but from what I've seen, Evangelion's pretty great. But I started Attack on Titan last week on the plane ride home, and I'm pretty into that. But
That's pretty crazy.
if I'm not doing shows, Akira's pretty great. Perfect Blue
is really
Perfect
good.
Blue is really good. Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah, I think I saw Ghost in the Shell.
You did?
Yeah, I finally watched it. It was really complicated.
Yeah.
You were telling me about it.
I feel like I
listened.
didn't get it.
I didn't either. I'd say Evangelion's up there. I was watching Erased. Erased was really good on the plane. That was like a murder mystery. That one was really good. I mean, like I'm a big Sailor Moon fan too, so like that one's kind of obvious. But yeah, I don't know. Perfect Blue's great.
Yeah.
There's one. What's the one? It's funny. It's like I think Kill la Kill really is in the top. Like it's pretty good. Michael showed me Kill la Kill. My sister actually dressed up as Ryuko from Kill la Kill, which was really funny.
Nice.
Yeah. But yeah, there's a lot. Let's see. Thoughts on Loretta going viral?
Just dumb.
No thoughts.
Dumb
I had
at
no
all.
thoughts.
Pretty bananas.
To be honest, like, I wasn't expecting really anything to happen, and then it was weird though because it like had waves. So like, it came out and then like it had like I don't know a couple thousand views, which was like normal for Ginger music video. So I was like, this is awesome. Like it's doing normal. Like I'm so happy it's doing normal. And then it was like, whoa, it was like 100,000, just like,
What's happening?
and I was like, this is incredible. And then I forgot. I literally was like, we did it, guys, 100,000. And then I like went on to make Juban, and I didn't look at it. And then someone was like, did you look at the play count? And I was like, no. And it was like 500,000. I was like, that's crazy.
Hitting 1 million was like
yeah. What? I was
Pretty-
like, will it hit 1 million? And then it hit 1 million. I was like, whoa. And then I forgot about it. And then someone was like, hey, it hit 2 million. I was like, it hit 2 million? What is happening?
The biggest shock was from 2 to 3 million for me.
Oh,
So
really?
I left at 2 million. I'm like, oh, whatever.
Wait,
Three?
it hit 3.
It's at 3
Yeah, it hit 3 million.
it hit 3 million.
Right, it hit 3
Yeah.
million, everyone.
Good work. Pack it up.
Good work, team.
Pack it up.
Pack
we're,
it up.
We're done. Ginger Root's over. Like I didn't. Yeah. I'm really bummed because the silver plaque for 100,000 subscribers is coming tomorrow.
Oh.
Like UPS delayed the shipment. They're like, hey, we're sorry, we're gonna get here not on Saturday but Monday because they don't deliver on Sundays. And I was like, oh, man, that's all right. Thank you guys for that achievement. That's crazy. Like I said in the Ginger report, but like it was my middle school dream to like make vlogs. Like so that was like when vlogs were just starting. Like only like 4 YouTubers were like doing it, and like all of my vlogs are like unlisted. So, and I know a lot of you found like Paper Laptop and like Minecraft on the Wii stuff, the classic stuff, just the classic.
Just the classics.
But yeah, let's see. We can answer a couple more questions here. David, do you see any that stand out to you?
You answered the anime one. A lot of people were asking about that one. There's some merch questions about CDs or tapes for certain albums or anything like that.
I know that the tapes were like a limited run thing. The cassette tapes. I don't know if we'll reprint those, just because it's just really hard to do. It's just really hard to do merch in general. I will say too that just because everything's affected, like I'm sure a lot of you guys know about like the shipping backup with like all the ports and stuff. Like people are like, oh, when are you going to restock T-shirts? But like I literally can't buy any blank T-shirts, like because nothing has come in yet. So I want to, but like I physically can't buy anything because they're sitting on the water. So when that resolves, I will put in another order. We'll make some more shirts, hopefully by like Christmas season. Hopefully, I know we want to do sweatshirts and stuff too. And then for CDs, we're trying to do CDs. But every time I've done CDs in the past, and every time we do one, like 2 people buy them. So
At shows, it's like every 4th show, it's like a 53-year-old man. He's like, "You guys got CDs?"
I feel bad because I'm like, I wish we did. But we're gonna try.
older tech.
We got. I know we got even got older. tech. Actually, some
And they're like, "I don't use that stuff anymore."
some guy was really sweet, and he was an older gentleman. He was like, you don't know how happy I am to use my VHS player. I still have it.
Oh, I
hooked up."
remember that guy.
And he was like,
Yeah,
I will
yeah.
gladly buy one. I'm like, thank you so much. And then he asked me to follow him on Instagram, which was really sweet. He was like, I go to concerts all the time. And I'm like, oh, very sweet. And then like he was like, oh, you should follow me. And I'm like, okay. So anyway, that is that.
People are asking like, what's next for Ginger? Maybe mention the tour again.
Yeah, what's next for Ginger Root? There's always new music happening. I think literally after the tour and this live stream, I'm gonna like finally maybe take one day off.
Hibernate?
I'm gonna hibernate for one day, and then just new music. Oh, there's some concepts going on about like I definitely want something that interconnects again. I think that was a lot of fun. It'll probably be another EP, not a full album. But yeah, there's music always coming. But as for now, like the tour is in March and April. That's coming up. Vinyl's gonna come out. And then I'm hoping that, we can maybe do our own headline tour in the summer. That'd be really fun. And I know come back to the East Coast. I know we got a lot of comments on that, but it's really difficult to book shows like anywhere now because everyone's like, we want to play shows. So just thankful, like we're just thankful that we can play any shows. But we will get to you guys eventually. You gonna say something?
Someone said, "What's Dylan's address?"
Oh yeah, you want to say that on
you wanna
on
say
air
that?
to 1,000 people?
It is.
All right, I'll think about that. David just relayed secret information to me that I can't tell until the after we're done. Let's see. We can do a couple more questions, and then let's see. Someone asked for a studio tour. I feel like you kind of saw it. You want to pan over? You want to?
Hold on. This is,
I don't know.
15 degrees.
The tripod's also from the 80s.
Yeah, the tripod's also from the 80s. Not because I thought it was cool, but because I got it for free.
Oh, there we go.
So,
Oh, yeah.
oh wow, here we go.
This is what we...
So this is Ginger Root Productions. This is all new right here. This is I bought this over the weekend and we patched it in and everything. This is what makes the video go. And those are all the monitors for that. This is I have one tube pre, an art tube pre. It's it's 2 channels. The other thing is I have an iMac here and 2 Let me get the thanks. But yeah, I don't really have any outboard gear. I use a lot of Goodhertz plugins. Shout out to Goodhertz. And this tube pre, I run a lot of drums and bass through it. The bass that I use is what Dylan was playing. It's a Harmony H22. The Whirly that I was playing too is kind of on it. I think basically in that room is what you guys saw. If Dave wants to scoot by. Oh, there you go. So my keyboard rig is a JU06. That's the little guy synth that's blinking lights right now. It's a Juno reissue. It's got small keys. It's really nice. And then the pedal down below that. The blue thing on the blue box on the thing that's blinking white light.
on the lid.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
lid.
yeah.
That is Dylan's Earthquaker Avalancher, right?
It's Avalanche Run.
Okay. That is what's going. That's what's the telephone's going through. I had two pedals before. I had like a Black Fountain and a Boss reverb, but Dylan was like, "Oh, this has both reverb and delay." So yeah, it works really well. Then the big white piano is a Wurlitzer. It's my baby. It's muted right now, and then the little guy that is really little is Teenage Engineering OP1. A lot of people are like, man, those are really expensive. They are, unless you scour Craigslist every day like I did when I was in college. I found it for extremely cheap because some guy thought it was a toy. So if you try hard enough, you can find people who think these things are like toys because they're so small. So yeah, and then the red telephone, I got that off just some guy from like I think Pennsylvania builds these custom. Very cool. If you want to show the bass, David, again, that is the Harmony H22. That's on basically all the recordings if I'm not using like just a jazz bass with flat wounds. It's got a camera attached right now. The drums kind of change from time to time, but that's basically the setup. It's Matt cymbals. Matt, what cymbals do you have?
Oh, I mainly do like Istanbul Agop. That one's the
The
signature series, and those hi-hats are the 30th anniversary. Yeah.
They sound really good.
They sound good.
Fun fact that he left on the previous tour before the pandemic. He left his tours in Nashville at our manager's apartment. He left his
cymbals.
Oh, he left his cymbals after the tour because we just had to get home, and they sat in his apartment for like a year. So this is like one of the first times he's like
more than a year.
more than a year,
Like,
almost 2
since,
years.
2 weeks.
Yeah. So they're happy to be home. Anyone catches that reference, you're an OG. That's my mom's spooky house. So there you go. She was like, "Here, take this," and I was like, "Okay." But yeah, the snare I think is a big part. That's an acrolite, a Ludwig acrolite. I think like late 60s, early 70s. Yeah, that's pretty much all the gear that makes up Ginger. And I think the last thing, and I don't know where it is, but my vocal mic is a, not this guy. It's like an old desk mic from like a principal would use at the school. It's got a little push thing or whatever, and that's usually like the main vocal mic if I'm not using just like an SM57. Mics is just SM57, this guy, and then like that mic. So that's about it. But you could dock the camera, or you're showing around. There's the stuff from Le Chateau. We got some Le Chateau posters, and yeah. I think that's a good place to, if you want to throw that back on the camera, back on the tripod. Sorry. I think that was a lot of fun, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you. I saw a couple people gave a Venmo and PayPal. Thank you so much for that. We'll probably use that to buy dinner. David's really excited. He's like, dinner. But yeah, it's great to be back playing live in front of people. I didn't think this many people would listen to City Slicker, to be honest, so it's kind of like I'm actually really nervous to make more music because now people like actually listen to it. But any last words from you guys before we end the stream?
Thank you all for watching.
Yeah, it's a big thanks.
A lot of people, the last question I'll answer is a lot of people are asking who Loretta is. Loretta, a long time ago, well, so like there's this thing where I ended.